Here's your quick heads up to this 5-minute quickie. It's about 9 minutes and it's all about thinking the opposite to knock procrastination, self-sabotage on its head and for you to get the most out of everything you do and to make it a habit. There you go. Simple as that. Have a listen.
Warning. 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 You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, here's a question for you. Have you ever thought about procrastination? You know that thing, putting it off? Yeah, I know. We all have, haven't we? And sometimes, even some of my clients will wear that procrastination, self-sabotage as a badge of honour. And what a load of BS that is. We've talked about that before. But I've also been thinking about something else in a completely different context about what people aren't doing or what people aren't thinking. And it got me to think, again, because it does, about what is procrastination and how do you do it specifically? Because we all do things differently, don't we? I know I love to make cups of coffee and I'll make quite a few cups of coffee before I'm ready to rock. I'll then tidy the desk up. I'll then probably have to take the dog for a walk. And then I'll just go and put this cup away because it's a bit dirty now. I've had a couple of cups of coffee and I finished listening to the music and might get a nice little smelly joss stick out to make that room smell nice because it's so important that the room smells nice. And then guess what? Oh, that phone call. I must make that phone call just to make that right. Because if I don't send that email off right now, the whole world will end. My world will end. And I thought, well, they're the type of things I can think about now. I'm going to get my blooming old Jenny journal out and I'm going to make a list of them. Because that's what people don't do. Remember, this is things that people don't do. So get your Jenny journal out and make a list of all the things you do, the behaviours you do, the thoughts you have, the things that just have to be done before you do the thing that is, well, it needs to be done. Because I've talked about the values to get motivated. You know, what's important to you about this particular thing. Yet sometimes when we even do all that and we know things are important, we still procrastinate. And then we have to rush. So I want you to make that list of all the things that you do. And not just at one time, at any time. So think of any time that you've self-sabotaged and procrastinated. It's a lovely word, procrastination, isn't it? Had to think about that a lot, I guess, before they come up with that one. But anyway, make that list. And then I want you to add to it. Because, you know, that's what you do in the moment. Could you procrastinate even better? You know, if you're going to do it, do the bloody thing well. You know, we want constant and never-ending improvement. So I want you to improve on that procrastination. If you were going to do it, let's have a good one. So what else could you add to your list about procrastination? What other things you could do? You know, and let's be stupid about this in a good way. You know, tune the guitar, have a little song. I'll just go have another stretch, you know, got a bit of yoga in there because get my mind and my body ready. I don't know what happened there. But what other things could you do? You know, we've got taking the dog out for a walk and the dustbins and the trash needs doing and other things need cleaning and all that stuff. Just make a big list of it. Because if you're going to get good, let's get bloody good at what we do. And then what I want you to do is just have a look. If you did those, what's the cost of them? Now, the cost can be in many forms. You know, it could be in money, because you've actually put off making some money, earning some money, getting paid some money. Certainly in time, isn't it? Because that time will never, ever come back. All you've done is foreshorten the time you've got left to do the thing that's important. There's emotional cost. You know, the the worry, the stress, maybe the anger, self-loathing because you just wasted all this bloody time, Paul. What the hell are you going to do, Cluffy? Let's get at it. And then even that's procrastinating, isn't it? Because you're just putting off by talking to yourself about all the cost. But let's just do it now, because we're going to do this once and once only. So what does it cost you emotionally? What energy does it cost you? What time does it cost you? Did it cost you in money? And also what it costs you is, because generally when we put things off and we've taken that time away from doing this thing that we really want to do, and it's important to us and has a great benefit of in its completion, what cost in the quality of that thing that we're going to do? Because now we've got foreshortened time on it. We're not probably in the right state of mind or right emotional state, because we've got the overhanging and of that procrastination stuff. And just notice everything about this page in front of you has got all that stuff on. And if you want to, you could even write those down in another pen. So it costs me bloody time. And I always get frustrated, and I do this and do that. And then what I want you to do, you can just put it away now. We're done. Because the next time you come to a project, a thing that's important to you, even if you're not going to procrastinate, because it's that important to you, just take 1 minute and look at that list again. And as you look at that list, look at the cost, and notice you have a choice to make. You can either do one of the crappy things on that list with that negative cost, or you can say, as I would say, come on, Cluffy, let's get at it. Come on, have it. That's the type of things I say to myself. And just get on and do it. And the journal can be flipped to the page over. And if you want to come back to it anytime you start to wander, let's have a look at some better stuff. And notice the cost of that. And what's going to happen if you do this 2 or 3 times? Because you've got to do it at least 2 or 3 times. Not all the writing, but the rereading of it. What's going to happen is this. You're going to create an unconscious habit. An unconscious habit that in a nanosecond is going to trigger that pain and realize that pain hasn't happened. And you have a choice for pleasure. The pleasure of spending all that wonderful gold. You become the alchemist of creating gold out of your energy by putting it into that project, that thing that you want to have happen. And when I say project, it can be just spending time with people. It could be just listening, doing something with somebody. It could be work. It could be anything at all. And after a while, it's going to become this unconscious habit that before you even think about looking at that page, you're going to have so much motivation to do that thing. It's just going to happen. And then you won't even think about it because you'll just keep having the motivation. And that's what people don't do. And that's what people don't think. So I'd love you to do this because I know it's going to work. The old Cluffy guarantee. I know that's going to work. But also, so I'd love some feedback from that. Just, you can email me, paul@paulclough.co.uk. There will be another email address coming shortly at thepersonaldevelopmentunplugged.com. But I haven't got it yet. I haven't set it up. But love your feedback on that. But also, what other things can you think of opposite that would have a great effect on your life? And I'd love to know those. Because if you share them with me, I can use my mind as well as yours and see what we can discover, what processes, what thoughts, what different things that we could do to change everyone. It's that sharing community, the Personal Development Unplugged community. But by being part of it and sharing, this integrated field of learning just gets more packed in abundance of ideas and things like that. So I'd love you to do that. So there you go. That's it. It is something like a 9-minute, 5-minute quickie. So enjoy it. I hope you did enjoy it. I prattled on, as I do, but I know I didn't procrastinate on it. I got off and did it. There you go. Have more fun than you can stand. Feedback would be great. See you next time. Bye now. Hey, the old before you go. Before you go, though, I know time is very valuable to all of us, and you only have a little bit of time. Well, when you think of it sharing, maybe just have a little bit of time. If you've got a little glimmer out of this podcast or any of the other Personal Development Unplugged podcasts, would you please share it? Because that's your payment. That's what you owe me. No. But it would be lovely if you could share that information, share the podcast to everyone you can think of. And let's create this changing community of personal development unplugged and create a world that we all want to be part of and enjoy. Because it's a little old planet Earth which we want to just make our environment that much better. If you do, that would be great. Thank you so much. And a little testimonial on iTunes would be but as great as well. And that, some people only say it only takes a few seconds. I don't know, it doesn't. But it probably only takes another couple of minutes. And once you've done it, you've done it. And that would be absolutely awesome. Really awesomeness. I would give you the Cluffy salute. You just did. And if you can subscribe to iTunes, subscribe to Castbox, all that stuff. And also remember, and I know I bang on about it, to get all the hypnosis to do with the podcast, all you have to do is go to paulcloughonline.com/podcast. Put your email in. I'll send you a link to get over there. They're all there. There's about 26, 30 of them, I don't know. And they're going to keep building. All this stuff about data sharing, I don't share your data. Point blank. That's it. Nobody. All I use your email address for after that is to send you updates. Updates on the new hypnosis, and also maybe a few free gifts. Just some hypnosis tracks or processes that I just suddenly decided I will do. Got one in mind already. They won't be available here, and they won't be available there. They will come to you for your own personal download. Anyway, that's it. paulcloughonline.com/podcast. Enjoy every heartbeat. I'm off to write my list again. Okay, see you again. Bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.